I miss you guys. We were gonna do an offline collab while we were in Thailand, but Michi was like, "Hey, why don't you just hang out?" And why would I say like no to that? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? There's a lot of things I learned about all of the people that I got to see that during the trip, and I do think that Michi is the equivalent of a sobbing wet cat kitten, perhaps. You know, just like a little ball with two uwu eyes looking up at you. That is the bestest description I can give her. I will delve into that more as I get into the story time, but I swear to you all, immense cuteness, aggression towards all my friends. She has not been saved from that feeling. I also feel a lot of cuteness, aggression towards her. That is it. Ray Tracer. I do also want to say, Ray, I know Michi would love to claim that my 6-month plan of being friends with you, whatever that propaganda she was trying to spread, that false propaganda. The real ones do know that the reason why I ended up talking to Michi this year was because of Ray randomly talking about her on Discord one night. If I didn't see that, there's no way I would have spoke to her, bro. Like, I don't think I would have ever. Oh my god, and it's crazy because that was January 1st when I first started to talk to her, and we went on a trip together recently, which is wild.
I don't think I've ever missed a streamer in my routine as much as I missed you and the Numbers Nyman heart.
Aw, Trev, thank you. It's so sweet to see you say nice things after you killed me so many times in Chivalry 2. Thank you very much. I too have missed NUMI Nation. And my way of coping with that during the trip was by stalking the Reddit, the Discord, the Twitter hashtag. It was great.
Welcome back, NUMI. So good to see you again. It's been 84 years. Also, I'm super excited to put my VIP ticket to Chicago to use. Hope you enjoy signing tech decks. Nymunya Spite Love Nixie Lego.
I'm excited to see you guys too. Oh god, we have so many fun things to look forward to together too, such as, of course, the concerts in Texas and Chicago. The last 2 NUMI concerts ever. Yay!
Yeah.
You saw my tweets. Y'all are on my timeline. How was my trip meeting my wife? The more I think about Michi, the more I feel sad because I miss her a lot. Casual Rams fan. I am a Rams fan. Yay. I'm sick. You know what's funny, guys? Tony was out here like, NUMI would make me cry and then take pictures because she thought it was funny. You guys do not understand. This bitch has a photo album dating back to when I was a teenager of the most foul, heinous pics that could ever exist of me on this planet. God forbid I have a picture of her sobbing a little bit. Yeah, you say R. There's this one video that she reposts and sends on my birthday of me when I was just a teenager, of videos dating back to when I was like 11 years old. No, you know what? I will happily take a picture of you sobbing and crying to giggle at, because at least I will have one small little piece of blackmail back at you. And so we decided, okay, let's do Thailand. Let's do Thailand. Let's do it. And so we had that marked since around last year. And then we put a pin in that and decided to solidify it around the end of last year to figure out the right dates. And then fast forward to January 1st of this year, I met Michi Mochivi. And I still don't really understand how things played out like this, but Michi ended up liking me and said, I want to go meet you in Thailand. And I said, sure, person I just met. Oh, hold on. You literally spoke about meeting in Thailand for the first ever time you met on stream. Wait, is that for real though? When I think back on it, I didn't know if it was the first time I met Michi where we talked about it, or if it was like the second time. It was? Are you serious? Does anybody have the timestamp of that? Because I truly... Are you serious? Yeah, it's so... Oh my god. There's so many... I don't want to just expose Michi, but there's so many things about this bitch that she contradicts herself so much, and this is one of the things I will be quiet. If anybody has the timestamp though, let me know. Tell a mod. The mod will link it to me. Thank you very much. OT. She's right about the jorts though. Shut up, bro. God forbid a woman wants to be comfy cozy, all right? Okay? Ooh. I'll defend your jorts, Numi. Thank you. You and Tommy were the only ones that had my back. Yuzu says Michi was one of the prettiest people she ever met, but Michi talks about herself as if she's ugly. So she's basically just like you. Why do you have to attack me for? What did I do? What did I do? Why am I catching a stray with that one? What the fuck? I thought it was about to be an uplifting conversation, and then you decided to attack my character. You're not wrong though. Michi is Lisa from Blackpink. Oh my god, I have a really cute video of her standing next to Lisa from Blackpink. I have so many cute little videos. We just want you to love yourself, uwu. Oh, don't hit me with that after what you just said. No one attacks Numi's character like Numi. Stop. You're gonna make me blush. Make me blush. Anyways, we can look at the timestamp if anybody sends it later on. But fact of the matter is, Michi and I met January this year. And pretty much, apparently, allegedly, I will put the estimate of either the first time we talked or the second time we talked. I brought up saying, yeah, I'm gonna be going to Thailand with my roommates later this year. And then she said, I wanna go to Thailand. I'll meet you. And I said, okay, bet. And then it actually ended up happening. Like, somehow it ended up happening. Welcome back, Oshi. We were well behaved. Nothing happened while you were away. I truly don't trust your words. I did see the chaos you wrecked in Mina's stream, though, so proud of you for that one. But yeah, Michi said this to me when we were talking. You know, I don't ever meet people unless I know them really, really well. I don't ever go out of my way to meet people ever. Blah 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 blah. You know, it takes a long time for me to warm up to people. I just, you know, and so when I brought up meeting you, my mom said, "Who?" Which, what do you think about it, y'all? She said all of this, and in the same breath said, yeah, let's meet. Within the first 2 hours of us talking. Now, I want us to all just take a note of this. Because there's been a big pattern that I noticed on this trip of Michi contradicting herself or telling me one thing and then doing the complete opposite. I would also like to lay the foundation because of how the trip ended up playing out. I don't want people to point fingers towards me. You can point some. But it is not all my fault in how things ended because Noombas. Look at me. We've known each other for a very long time now. You guys know of my tendency to overthink, my tendency to be very anxious, especially when meeting new people. I can seem very friendly, but I'm also very anxious because I don't want to say the wrong thing and make them hate me forever. Because of that, I'm very trusting. It causes me to get hurt quite often. But I choose to be a very trusting person because what other reason would I have to believe the opposite? Okay? What other reason would I have to believe the opposite? So, when Michi, before we meet, excuse me for a second. Let me pause this really quick. In general, we'll be very trusting of people that I meet. So what reason would I have to believe her otherwise when she tells me things like, I don't really like physical contact with people. I'm not really close to people, for a very long time, and I'm really nervous around new people. I don't really do that. Like, I'm very reserved off to myself. I don't really do this and that. And I believed her. Nobody can get mad at me for not doing specific things because I will take the things that she says seriously, right? We were joking about there being a couch in between us on the bed. When we were talking in the group chat, plotting everything, planning the trip, we have 2 hotel rooms. Okay, so the first room had the roomies. So it was Tommy, Avery, Lynn, Tony, and Kino, right? My friend Kino. And so we were all in one. And then the other hotel room had the VTubers, Sho, Yuzu, Yusan, and Michi. And we were trying to figure things out. There was a couple single beds and then one big bed. And then Michi was like, yeah, you want to share a bed. The way that she was telling me about this it was like, because there were no other beds, we should share the bed together. And that is like pretty much what she said. She's like, yeah, and I'm like, I don't really like to, be near people. I don't want to blah, blah, blah. So me hearing this and wanting to not make her uncomfortable when she kept saying this and bringing it up over and over and over again, I said, oh, okay, well, this is a really good thing because the other hotel room, there's enough beds for everybody. And so for this whole trip, I was staying with my roommates in the other hotel room. And so my reason for this was literally because she just kept telling me that she doesn't want to be near people unless she's 100% comfortable with them. And I said, no, that's so fair because we just met and I don't want you to be uncomfortable. And Michi's also the kind of person that does not say if she feels another way until it's too late, okay? We will delve into this later. I'm building a foundation here. I am building. Also, hi, Nicoella. Hi. It's a valid way of thinking, but still funny. No, it is so funny when you hear how this played out. Like, me telling you this is just so you are not surprised or shocked when you see how all of these events unfolded. But hope your trip was lovely. Thank you. No shot. That's hilarious, but understandable. It's like, yeah. So, this is also why, like, the first couple days, a lot of the tweets were mainly with me and my roommates because I was slowly introducing them together, all of the groups together, right? Because I'm like, okay, I am the mutual party here. I have a job to do. I have to make sure everybody gets along. So for a lot of it, I was with the roommates, especially in the very beginning because, while I was excited to see my VTuber friends, the main big part of me going to Thailand was to hang out with my roommates and then also see my VTuber friends. And here's another thing another foundation. So the way that I decided to put this together is the first week. We left on the 19th. We got there on the 21st of May. I was going to be with my roommates until the 24th. And then after that, I was supposed to switch to the other hotel room to stay with the VTubers. But because of circumstances I will be bringing up later, I didn't end up actually staying with them until the night before they left. Because of all of the shit that Michi would say to me, right? And so, yeah, we were supposed to hang out. Like, I was supposed to be in their room for the last, it was supposed to be evenly cut where I was with them and then with my roommates so that I could be spending time with all of my friends, right? And it's just so funny when I think about it, y'all. It's just so funny when I think about it. Oh my God. Okay, let me get my thing pulled up. My little note, the notes that have 4 lines of notes. But yep, we went on May 19th and then I came back on June 1st. So it was a very long trip. We went to Thailand for 9 days. And then after that, I went to the Philippines, which not many people knew about because obviously I didn't want to be loud about it, which is also kind of funny because it was during another convention that was happening. I guess the last week was full of conventions because what was it? It was a MomoCon, TwitchCon, EU, and a convention that was happening in the Philippines because Sho went to the Philippines like the day before I did. And then I went to the Philippines too. But I went to Palawan. And I think he went to Manila. But yeah, I wanted it to be a silly, fun little surprise because I was like, ah. I also didn't want to say I was going to the Philippines because when I found out that there was a convention there, I didn't want people to get their hopes up and think that I was going to be at that convention because I quite honestly had no idea that was even happening. Which also, what the fuck? The Filipino convention didn't want to invite the Filipino, whatever, it is what it is. My bad. But I guess I'm not popular in the Philippines. Come with me to my family trip. Yes, it was the family trip. Ha, you're not that popular. I don't think I am in the Philippines. I don't think I'm that popular in the Philippines, actually. And then when I went to see, like, Michi Yuzu's show and Yusan's room, theirs was, like, they had, like, 2 big beds on one room. And then the big room here had the giant king bed that was supposed to be Michi and then me, and then 1 bed for Yusan, right? And then Yuzu show, and then like a door that's pretty much always open so we could go in and out. But their room was so much bigger than ours. Yeah, but it didn't work out. Anyways, so I didn't end up beating them till the next day. But so this day, we ended up streaming, and then we had really bad jet lag. So immediately after we did the stream, we walked down the street, and then we had some street food. We went to a convenience store. We went to some of the stalls, and we had a nice little morning. And then we all went back to sleep, and then woke up, and I went to the gym every single day aside from the one day after we went drinking, I think. And the big reason for that, which is already exposed on the timeline by Hami, I have really bad travel anxiety. It's gotten worse ever since I became a VTuber, go figure. But I just cannot go poo-poo. And I was unable to go poo-poo. So I was not eating a lot. I wasn't eating a lot. I wasn't able to go to the bathroom a lot. And so I was bloated 90% of this trip. And so I had to balance out my body by running 1.5 to 2 miles every single day just so I can keep slim for the trip. I was trying to moderate. This started happening to me too. Don't tell anyone though. Oh, sorry, Juniper. Ooh. Did you not poo for 2 weeks? No, it's like, you know the poo you have where you have a small poo and you know that you're not satisfied from that poo? That is what I had. So I think I pooed like 3 to 4 times in Thailand and 0 times in the Philippines. And so that is why the day I came back, I saw God because I shitted so many times. So we were so poop synced. Yeah, me and Tony were literally poop synced. If I pooped, then Tony would poop. But if I didn't poop, Tony did not poop. So we both pooped probably 3 to 4 times the whole trip. I saw them tweet about your bro. Thanks, Juniper. Happy birthday, buddy. Hope you had a good one, buddy. I don't know why Hami decided to attack me like that. You guys were there for that in the Discord when I said I ran out of toilet paper. Bro decided to come and give me toilet paper and make me pay the price for some reason. That NUMI 2.0 toilet doesn't sound too bad now, does it? You know, maybe just a regular toilet with a regular bidet would be better because it's literally the case of where it's a massacre in the bathroom where I would have to just shower immediately after. You know, it's like... Because I don't have a bidet. I don't have a bidet. No, I don't have a bidet. I don't have a bidet. The other bathrooms have bidets, but not that one. When you sit on the toilet, you connect your hole up to the large network of connected holes. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that. Did you feel skinny afterwards? I think I literally pooped out 4 pounds yesterday. I'm not even exaggerating. It's so funny. Does that mean our holes are connected? You know, I'd rather not think about it like that, Tony, but thank you so much. Thank you. What am I looking at? Oh, this is Hami. Now, the next picture is from the next morning. This, feast your eyes, boys. My meals in Thailand consisted of the daily breakfast that was included in our hotel package. I would get a cheese omelet and fruit and a piece of bread. So every day I would eat half of this, all of the guava that we raided their guavas. They literally ran out of guavas for days because they hated to see us coming. We ate all of their guavas. I am not kidding, y'all. I'm not kidding. And then, so I would have half of this, a piece of bread, and fruit. That was my breakfast. My lunch would be some other meal that I would eat very little of, and then dinner would be another meal that I ate very little of. And I couldn't eat more because I was so bloated and constipated because I was so anxious from traveling.